What's going on, Queen? Appreciate you for tuning in. What's going on, family? Appreciate you for tuning in. We got a very, very informative live for y'all tonight. I'm excited. For those of you who don't know, we only have 2 more after tonight, and then we're going to be taking a break for a little minute, but we'll be back. No need to fret. So today, I'm putting it into the chat now. I'm going to pin it. Let's see. Topic. Internet real estate.
You already on there?
Yeah.
On the line?
Yes, sir.
New Wave.
LLC.
Up and coming. You already know.
Internet real estate. Alright, let's go ahead and get Coop up in here.
You still hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, the more you build up your brand, it's the same thing as real estate. So basically, the first and most easiest way to break this down is a website. That's
Out the gate.
Out the gate.
Out the gate.
Way to have your own a property on the internet is to have a website. No block music.
That's how you gotta look at
Thank you
it.
for tuning in. So it's a couple people that have said, you know, it's really a debate, and I kind of want y'all's opinion on this. Do y'all feel like an artist in 2019 has to have a website? I want y'all to drop it in the comments, yes or no. What you think, Coop?
I think it's imperative that artists have, websites nowadays because, social media is social media, man. But like you stated earlier, man, it's like like you say real estate, right? Having a website is like having your own house. You feel what I'm saying? So you definitely need that storefront. You definitely need a place of solidarity to where your fans can come and, really, basically view your content or whatever you got for them,
I got you.
Send me the right phone.
That's the one I sent you. That's my personal number. Go digital. But yeah, bro. And same thing with a house. Once you got real estate, like if you ain't got your own spot yet, let me make a joke real quick. You can't bring a girl through. Like you staying with your people, you can't just bring a girl to the crib like that, right?
Not at all.
Once you got your own crib, you can invite her in. You can control the ambiance. You can have, you feel me, your food set, music, your whatever. Make sure it's warm, comfortable in there. It's the same thing with your fans and your customers.
So, all about control.
Now that you got a real estate, now that you got somewhere to bring your customers and your fans, you can literally create a whole experience because I'm gonna bring you into my house.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make it. When y'all go into somebody's house and it's like their mama cook, or you go in there, smell good. It smells good when you walk in the house. Like it just all these things that when you walk into a house make you feel welcome. Like your brand, as you drop music, as you drop content, as you got contests going on, as you got partnerships and collaborations going on, that's all things that you're throwing them in your real estate. So when you got a website,
right,
you should be leading all your traffic to your site because that's yours. So
for sure.
Before we get into it, we're gonna break it down into basically what are the 4 or at least 4 reasons you should have a website in 2019. So disclaimer, if you're gonna have a website or some internet real estate, some just like real estate, you're gonna put some bread up to get a website, you're gonna put some bread up to get an app made, you're gonna put some bread up to get a crib or an apartment or a duplex or whatever. You need to be able to see an ROI from that. Just like if you buy a house, you're gonna want to rent it out. So you need to make sure that your brand has the demand. So when you buy this real estate, people are gonna come. If you make an app, it's gonna have users on it. If you have a website, the people are it's gonna have traffic to the website. So it has to be some type of demand behind your brand before you even really get to the point where you need this as a necessity.
For sure.
So the number one reason to appreciate everybody that's tuning in, man. Mark.
I just put a website up there just in case people want to, get their website. For all the artists that don't have a website, you know what I'm saying? That if y'all go to that website right there, it'll help you create the whole shit. It's better than Wix.
Boom. For
There you
sure.
have
So
it.
the first reason, we're gonna break it down into 4 reasons for y'all, man. One is just general control. Most of
Yes,
us,
sir.
and we all kind of guilty of this. We've been trained on the internet to like be on somebody else's plantation, whether it be
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, MySpace. You know, all through the years, you've had these different various sites that have gotten popular. Facebook, and when you're on their platform, at the end of the day, they have control. You're how I was talking about the real
For
estate.
sure.
You're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. You're in their house. They're not in your house.
For sure.
So if you're in their house, you gotta abide by their rules. If they change the
Mm-hmm.
algorithm to where now the post, that's how Instagram changed up their algorithm. What happened? Now
Yep.
your post getting less engagement, or if they change it up and it helps you, you getting more engagement. But either way, you're at the sway or at the mercy of their algorithm. So you don't have
Mm-hmm.
control over the platform, and it's your website. You control it. You don't gotta worry about a lot of those negative factors that might come with being on somebody else's. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Two would be basically I'm gonna let you get into it, bro. But basically, like the wave factor and how you could die out with that mug.
Man, so my question to y'all is this. Look, if Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, all these social media platforms was to die, will you die with it?
Mm.
Period. You just gotta ask yourself that, man. At the end of the day, you know, like CJ just stated, man, look, we ain't in control, man. We ain't Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? We ain't we ain't none of these people that's owning these platforms, man. Get your own platform. And as a matter of fact, if you want to own your own platform, it's out. Well, actually, it's a company called GigRev, GIGREV. Now they're a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. This is the type of company they'll actually create. Now, mind you, you have to have a hell of a fan base. You have to
Mm.
have a fan base or whatever. Yeah, GigRev. Yeah, you have to have a fan base in order to have this. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll defeat the purpose if you create this big app. You spending all this money.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And you only got one person coming through. You feel me? But you create the app, right? And it's your own personal app. So say for instance, you know what I'm saying, like with me, like, okay, if I was a creator, it'd be a Coupature app, right? So
Mm.
then boom, it's set up, it's designed just like Facebook and Instagram put together. You can go live, everything that you post is just like the setup and the format is just like Instagram. It's crazy. Now just imagine if you had your own app. We gotta start thinking bigger. You know what I mean? And so if y'all look up GigRev, they'll give you a sample, app
Mm.
to where as soon as you download the app, it'll give you a sample app and just to show you like how it'll look, almost like a little template. You know what I'm saying? A couple
Appreciate you,
templates. It'll
bro.
let you know, huh?
No, I was telling appreciate him. He said he made it in.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, man. Look, it's all about control, man. It's all about do y'all gonna die out? Because it's don't get me wrong, it's gonna be other platforms that's gonna come, but what's
Exactly.
the point of you gotta adapt. You have to adapt, but bring them all to your base. Bring them all home. You know what I'm saying? To your original domain, man. For real.
Right up, because eventually Instagram not gonna be the big dog. You feel me? Like we
Not at
saw
all.
MySpace die out, and
Look at my space.
we saw some artists die out with the MySpace wave too, because they was
Yes,
popping
sir.
on MySpace.
Yes,
But when MySpace died
yes,
out, just
sir.
that they ain't good get over to Instagram or YouTube or whatever and pop there. So it's like no matter what platform may come up, if they fall off, come up, whatever, that your domain is straight. Anybody that comes to
Mm-hmm.
your domain that's a fan, a customer, interested in your product or service, for a fact that your website is going to still be around. And at the
For
end of the day,
sure.
the demand for your product is going to be the demand for your platform. As long as you got a demand
Yep.
there, you're going to always be straight. So one thing I
Exactly.
still want to show y'all real quick, Family Paradise, appreciate you for tuning in. One thing I wanted to show y'all was that it's an article on this website called hypebot.com. So for any artists in here, if you just go on hypebot.com, I promise you will read an article a day. Just find one article every day to just scroll through here and check out what they got a whole list of different topics all related to the music industry. Like,
Free game. Free game.
dang, come on, bro. This is a major gem right here, bro. All these
For real.
different things they have articles about. So one of the articles today, I signed in. This was at the very top. I am Pop, raises 2.2 million as BMG Orchard sign on to fan messaging platforms. So basically, I'll put it in the chat for you real quick. Hold up. Hypebot.com. So basically, they raised $2 million for a messaging platform. Now, why is that important? Because you see where the smoke going, man. One something
Yep.
OG gave me was always follow the smoke, and you'll have
Always.
if you follow the
Always.
smoke, have money. Because
Yep.
if you follow where the money is going, you can get there before everybody else. Being an
Exactly.
early adopter, we've all seen, you feel me, the Warren Buffetts and the Jeff Bezos, and the reason these people are where they're at is because they were early. They created the wave.
Exactly.
Feel me? They were there before.
Yep.
The fact that everybody else gets onto it, that's what makes you rich later. So
Right,
if
right.
they're investing money, they can raise $2 million as simply a messaging platform for artists that shows you something. So everybody that's an artist in here, y'all should keep I am pop. Write that down and peep game and just follow them,
Mm-hmm.
see what they got going on. So we had two reasons that we have scratched off so far. So basically control. You know, when you have your own platform, an app, a website, whatever, you have control over what you do, how it moves, the ups or downs of it is all up to you as the artist, the business, whatever you got going on. Number two, you will not die with the wave of another platform. If YouTube
Exactly.
changes, if YouTube switch up how they doing it and it's not as lucrative no more, you're not getting paid as much, you don't got to worry about that. So number three is data. Data. So here's another thing.
That is currency, man.
Data is money, bro. Point blank period. The
Mm-hmm.
reason that Google is the superpower that it is, the reason that Facebook is the superpower it is, and they're $1 billion being generated in this industry is because they have data.
Mm-hmm.
Google has a lot of data on you. Amazon has a lot of data on you. Ronald,
Yep.
appreciate y'all for tuning in. Think about all the stuff you buy on Amazon. If a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people purchase pretty much on a weekly or monthly basis on Amazon. I'm one of them. I get pretty
Yep.
much all my books off Amazon. So they know what I'm interested in. They know what I buy. They know
Yep.
when I buy.
Yep.
Like that's valuable information. Very,
Valuable.
very valuable
So they can
information.
just retarget every time.
And one of the things you got to know is to make money, you got to be where somebody is with what they need when they need it. If you got those
For
two things
sure.
lined up, you're going to always eat.
Yep.
So I know
Always.
y'all be noticing when y'all get followed around on the internet, like you might be talking about something and then you see an ad for, or you might have
Then it'll pop up.
been Google
Yep.
searching something, and then a week later, or
Yep.
2-3 days later, you get hit with an ad for that same thing. All that
Yep.
is retargeting. So that actually is leading into my next point. What you do with the data is retarget with it. And when you have
Yep.
your own website, you have a lot of it's very scary, Fatima. Matter of fact, a quick little story real quick. I was in Cali once and we was doing it was a conference, and it was a dude working for the conference, and he was telling basically this story of like how Google had flew him out. So basically, if you're doing very good on their platform, you'll become a partner, what's called a Google partner. So you kind of, if you're doing really, really well on Google AdWords and stuff like that, they'll start treating you good, basically. So they flew him out to the Google offices in Cali, right? He said that he went in and he saw all like the different types of data that they had. He said, bro, if you knew how much data Google had on you, it would literally scare you. Like they have way more data than even what you know that they have on you. And don't forget, a lot of these apps that y'all be using, when we be skimming through the contract and we don't read it and we just hit accept,
We all read that
bro.
shit. And we be giving up our rights like a
Dude, bro, a lot of times, don't none of us be reading them little things when you download
Nope.
the app. It says you gotta read, you gotta accept it before you sign up. Don't none of us be reading.
I'm telling you.
But a lot of times, that's what it be. It's taking your data and your information, and they really not supposed to.
Nope.
That's valuable information. So you can have that power though if you have your own website.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the people that's coming to your website, if a million people come to your website, at least 500,000 of y'all probably are like real, like my music at least. And out of the 500,000 of y'all that come to my website, probably like maybe 10,000, 25,000, 50,000 of y'all might actually buy my merchandise or buy my CD,
Exactly.
bring my mixtape, whatever. But you gotta have the control of that. And if it's on another platform, you don't have that. And most people think that just because they popping on Instagram, like just because you got a lot of followers, that don't mean nothing, bro. If you
Followers are not fans.
if you can't go through all of your followers and know who's monetized and who's not, that's not valuable, bro. Or it's not as valuable as it could be.
True.
It's not. So you
followers aren't fans. Know the difference.
It's a lot of retargeting options that you won't have if you don't have your website. Now you can retarget, don't get me wrong. And just for anybody in here that like don't really, if you don't really know marketing like that, or you don't know what retargeting is, it's basically stalking you on the internet. Yeah. All these big companies, Google and stuff, they stalk you on the internet. Amazon, they stalk you around the internet trying to sell you products. And hopefully, when you're looking for the right product, they're gonna present it in front of you at the right time so that you buy. That's how they make their money, like straight up. So you have this same type of power as a business, as an artist, a brand, but you have to have your own piece of real estate to ultimately like have the best amount of data, to have the most amount of control over your data, and really make the most money at the end of the day.
For real.
And actually, I didn't even think of this. You also can make money from your own advertising. So if you got a website that has over 100,000 visitors to it, you can charge people to advertise their stuff on your website.
Yep. Period.
So
same thing Instagram do with us.
Be buying because they be knowing. Like I was looking at that book last week and I ain't had a bread, but this week when they showed me that book again, I got it, and they be knowing because I so buy. I get all my books off Amazon.
They know exactly what they doing.
They know what's up, man. So all right. So I got, like I said, bro, we got a surprise for everybody. If you drop your email right now, I found a article. It's a real informative article about how artists can sell their art, and it also goes into detail about the do's and don'ts of building a website. Now they're talking about painters, like artists, like real artists, painters, people that draw, whatever the case may be.
But that still applies to artists.
Absolutely applies to artists. Absolutely applies to artists. So if you drop your email right now, we will send that to you. Matter of fact, now does anybody have any questions? Ty Easy, what's going on? Appreciate you for tuning in.
Cracking.
Let's see. Hold up. All right, now does anybody have any questions about having your own site, how to go about, building your own site? Like, what are the do's and don'ts? Like, where do I start? What type of questions about having your own piece of internet real estate, building an app? Yeah, matter of fact, it's two. I'll send y'all both of them. It's two articles, matter of fact. So one is, it talks about using your online profile to sell more art. The other one is do's and don'ts of building a website. Veganomics, appreciate you for tuning in, bro. We for anybody that just tuned in tonight, the topic has been having internet real estate, which basically is having your own platform, having your own place on the internet that you own, so that your fans and your customers can be brought into your house, which is just your brand, is what's going on.
For sure.
Because when you're on Facebook, when you're on Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff, you're in their house. And that's pretty much what we've been going over tonight. Is
pretty much
build your own crib, acquire your own real estate on the internet so that you have control over the branding and over when they walk in your house.
Use these social platforms as leverage, man.
For real.
Period.
Like really, all the social platforms is there to do. Like if you're using it as working smarter, not harder, use the social platforms to drive traffic to your real estate, to whatever your thing is. You should be on Instagram telling people to go to your website. You should be on YouTube telling people to go to your website. You should be on Twitter and Facebook telling people to go to your website. Like drive the traffic from what you're already on to your real estate or to your home, your internet property.
Telling you,
Because
use it like an advertising platform, man. That's all it is.
that's what they doing to you. They pimping you.
Hey,
Facebook is
I'm
pimping you.
telling
Google
you.
is pimping me. Like
Yep.
Google,
Period.
I know for a fact. I search a lot of marketing information, and you know what I get hit with all day is advertisements about marketing programs and about marketing.
Yep.
And I done bought some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not only am I on their platform, but they're using the fact that I'm on their platform to make more money. So you should be doing the same thing, and we gonna do
same thing.
Like it's
same thing,
bro. It's gonna be 2020. Like we gotta start moving like corporations. We are corporations. We are high level businesses. Entrepreneurs. And
we are.
You melanated. They already know we have the creativity to do this stuff at a high level. That's why they're trying to convince you that you're not. That's a whole nother conversation. But we gotta start thinking. That's a whole nother conversation. But we gotta start thinking of ourselves as corporations. And if we're gonna move like a corporation, we gotta start observing how the corporations is moving. And that's what they doing.
Period.
Kimbella.
Period.
I need help with advertising, man. Holla at us, y'all. Y'all already know. Anybody that needs help, got questions, got a business, and we don't just do marketing for artists. We also do marketing for businesses. So if you need it, just hit us up.
Sure.
For real. Sure. But shoot, we was only gonna run about 30 minutes tonight, so I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get any questions they have answered about having your own app, website. I know one thing I did want to address is like, what type of investment should you make? Don't be cheap. If you're gonna have a real estate property, don't be cheap. If you're gonna anybody in real estate, I was sure a house is a long-term investment. You do not want to be cheap with that. So
exactly, because that tarnishes your brand. Honestly, man, you got to think brand first. Honestly, like I'm telling you, man, and I done been with some executives behind the scenes, and if it gets to the point to where like if you don't look the part, if your website ain't up to par, I'm talking about they ain't even looking at that shit. Like they just gonna be like, all right, on to the next one. Like you have to take your brand serious because they feeling like, you know what, before we invest in you or whatever the case may be, like you got to invest in yourself first. You know what I mean? Have some integrity about your brand. Don't be cheap. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend a little change to get that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on me, man. So if you're going to get an app today, like if I was going to, we will have an app at some point. So New Ways Marketing
for sure
will be all digital. You can get all your services and products straight from one place. I'm for sure probably at least 5 bands on that app. I want it to look good. I want our clients to have a good user experience when they on the app.
Exactly.
You feel me? Which that goes like stuff like make sure your website load fast. Make sure it's optimized for phone and computer. Because sometimes the website look good on the computer, but when you pull it up on your phone,
but on the mobile,
it's looking crazy.
It's straight trash.
And most of your traffic is gonna come from a phone.
Yeah.
Nowadays, over probably half of your traffic is gonna come from a phone. So you need to make sure your app and that your websites are mobile optimized and they mobile friendly.
Yep.
And that's your real estate. You feel me? And then once you got an app, you can definitely make money off advertising. Definitely. Because at the end of the day, you don't got that control when you're on somebody else's. So I think that's a very, very fitting analogy. Just start looking at real estate and thinking of yourself as a real estate investor. Because the thing about the internet that we don't have it in the real world is that there's no limit on space on the internet. In real life, it's only a certain amount of land. Like I said, you feel me? It's gonna run out at some point. Internet not like that, so there's no reason you should be taking advantage at all.
And the internet still is in infancy stage.
Right now, we ain't even 50 years old. We like maybe about to turn 50.
Exactly. That's still infancy, bro. Just imagine where it's finna go.
We ain't even seen nothing yet. So this stuff is gonna get to a point where in our lifetime, we're gonna see the paradigm shift even more than it has already. And if you don't adapt, you get left behind straight up.
I promise.
So, hey,
period.
New ways,
either sink or swim.
A new ways marketing principle. We're not getting left behind. We're gonna create the wave before we fall jump on one before we fall behind it.
Exactly. Period.
Believe that. So I appreciate everybody's time, man. If anybody have any questions, man, we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all can always as well drop any ideas that y'all have for the next ones. Like I said, we only gonna have 2 more after this, and then we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna be focusing on doing some case studies. Then we'll be basically, you can stay up to date on our YouTube. We'll still be putting out content, but it will be on YouTube instead of Instagram Live. So we'll come back in a couple months. But we only got 2 more. So if y'all have any ideas about what topics y'all want us to get on for the next week, drop DM, let us know. But other than that, man, appreciate y'all time.
Man, for real. Salute.
Hold up, wait, hold up. Ty Easy said, how do you conform without compromising your brand and your vision? That's the thing. You got control. It's up to you. If you so basically, like basically the 2 strongest ways you can do this right now in 2019 is either having an app or a website, right? So if somebody's building your app or somebody's building your website, you and that person, y'all call the shots. It's literally you and your web designer or you and your app designer. Y'all are going back and forth to create this app or this website. So you have control. You don't have to conform or compromise. And I wouldn't even say that you're conforming. You just adapting.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Adapting is one thing. You can always be yourself. You can always be solid. You know what I mean? But you always got to evolve at the end of the day. You know, adapt and evolve. You know, stay the same, but you know, just kind of go with the flow. You don't want to go against a tide. You don't want to go against a tsunami. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna crash.
You're gonna lose every time.
You don't want to go against it. So yeah, you can still be that rock, but when that tsunami comes, you better be going that same direction. You know what I mean?
Straight up. So anybody that's ever went swimming in the ocean, you know you cannot fight a wave. You cannot
at all.
At all. Up. You gotta go with it, or you just gonna get swallowed up, man. Be lost in the sauce.
Exactly.
So like, saying, man, we moving like corporations, 2019 and beyond. For real.
So
I hope that answers your question, man. But we'll be back next week, so we're gonna make sure. This really been the best month marketing Mondays. This is my favorite one so far. Because I think this way is like the most needed, and it don't cost nothing. It's really not that expensive to get your own revenue on the internet. It's not. So
bro. Cause we killing that myth, bro. We killing that myth because they been saying, "Oh, I don't need a website." No, in actuality, you really do. This is the perfect time to get one.
And if these folks was able to raise $2 million by just having a messaging platform for their artists, come on, bro.
I tell you
something. That tell you something where your eyes and your ears at, man. So appreciate y'all time.
Sure.
We're gonna be back next Monday at 7. We're gonna have the recap up tomorrow on YouTube. So yeah, man. 1,000. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next week.
For sure.